Good afternoon, and wow, what a day. A very, very warm welcome to everybody, and there is really one purpose of this broadcast today, which is to go over the events of last night and to ensure that everybody understands what is going on, why it is going on, and to explain what can we do about it. Now, first order of business, my personal Facebook account has been taken down for 60 days. This was for simply posting a very, very innocuous, I felt, picture, but Facebook had another idea. It was in support of a certain president, and as a result of that, my Facebook, I can no longer upload to Facebook for 60 days. However, this is being broadcast on my wife's Facebook, Irina Kudranok-Mapin, and also we are live on YouTube. However, what I would like each and every one of you to do is to follow us on Telegram. You can find us in two locations, Camelot TV Network on Telegram, and if somebody could put the link up for that. This should be visible now on Irina's Facebook. It's on Irina Kudranok-Mapin. It says that it's live, but let's see. Anyway, this is somebody saying it's not on Irina's page. I should be able to see it. Yes, it is actually coming up on Irina's page, and there we go. It's on a slightly different one. I can't see because I actually cannot get into Facebook from where I am. But either way, what I'd like each of you to do is, for the first time for some of you, and many of you have done this before, if you could, please share this in your networks, but also please make sure that you do share this. Somebody says it's not showing on YouTube. It should be showing on YouTube because you're watching on YouTube. Can you see on Telegram? Can you see it on Telegram? Somebody's saying it's not visible on Irina's Facebook. Listen, I don't really know what's going on with the social media networks at the moment. What I do know is that all of us on here need to stay connected. And so please make sure that you are following us at Camelot Castle TV on the, on the Telegram. Telegram, please. This is extremely important that you do that. And I would ask each and every one of you to, so Ken Ferrara can see it on YouTube, that's good. And also you'll find us on Camelot Castle TV chat. Now, in August of last year, I said to all of you, our friends here at Camelot Castle TV, that we were going to witness things this year that none of us had witnessed in our lifetime. And that those things would have to do with the suppression of freedom. And that's now looking like it was the understatement of the century. And the truth of the matter is it was the understatement of the century. Last night, for those of you that don't know, but I'm sure many of you do know, the President of the United States was banned and completely censored from Twitter. Now, apart from the fact that the tweets that he has made are actually part of the history of America and should be archived so that every student going forward can study those. And this is a suppression of the history of a nation, the inhibition or the prevention of the leader of the free world from speaking to the people of the country that he governs is is really, really out of order. And somebody here says, I keep thinking, what would Hubbard do? L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. Well, of course, he did run into a lot of suppression. And he wrote a particular policy, and any of you can read that. It is called How to Handle Black Propaganda. How to Handle Black Propaganda. And that is worth reading. It's called PL Series 18. You'll find it in what is called the Green Volumes, or the OEC volumes. And that is a very, very... that it actually gives a perfect solution to this. PL Series 18. And each and every one of us, whether we're Scientologists or not, can actually request that policy from any Church of Scientology and read it. And that policy is probably one of the few reasons that the Church of Scientology has actually survived from a terrible onslaught of deep state suppression. However, what we are witnessing right now is an absolute deep state pylon. So many people were banned from Twitter. I lost over 4,000 followers were taken from my account last night. So we're now down to 158,000 followers. It is really a blatant attempt to suppress freedom in the world. But as many of you saw, the truth of the matter is this will be temporary. Human beings, their natural impulse is to be free. So when you try to suppress a human being, I'm just going to move the microphone a little closer so some of you can hear a little better. When one attempts to suppress the freedom impulse of a human being, it doesn't work for that long. And for those of you out there that are secretly delighted that President Trump has been censored, or indeed that I have been censored on Facebook, please understand that the way that the communist regimes work is they take out one side and the next day they'll come for you. We all had a little bit of we were shocked when Alex Jones was removed from YouTube. But we all sort of said to ourselves, well, he does say a few very extreme and very outrageous things. So that's Alex Jones. So we let that go. And then Laura Loomer was banned. And we all thought, well, that's Laura Loomer. She's a bit kooky, And you think, well, but it's not me. And others have been banned, you see. And now there's that John Mappin, and he's down in Tintagel, and he's been banned from Facebook. And but it's not me. You see, it's not my children. It's not my friends. The point is that it will be you eventually. And so what we need to do is we need to come together. We need to actually work quite hard to stay connected. We need to make sure that we're signed up to these safer platforms. I'm now on Parler, which under the same name, @JohnMappin, capital J, capital M. You can find me on Parler. I will probably be using Twitter less because it's actually less interesting now that President Trump and a lot of the big accounts that were very interesting to me are no longer there. So I probably won't be engaging with Twitter as much. Although what is important, I think, is that we do whatever we can to maintain our communication lines. So on my YouTube account, I'm going to be being very, very mild, very, very, and all I'm ever going to be doing is directing you towards areas where you can find information. And some of the more important information now I'm going to be posting up on our chat room, which is the Camelot TV network, or Camelot TV network on Telegram. and also Camelot TV network chat is fantastic. I mean, that's very alive. Yeah, Parler is going through. Somebody says, "How are you still on Parler?" I can't get on. Says unauthorized. I think somebody says Parler is doomed. You know, here's the thing: is that we are all going to find a place to land. We are all going to find a place to land, and when we find a place to land, it is very important that we have, stayed connected. There are 75 million people in America that voted, bona fide voted, for President Trump. Signal is great. Somebody's saying Parler's gone. I don't think Parler's gone because I was using it this morning. It's been very overwhelmed by the volume of traffic, so they'll probably have to be increasing their server size by 10 times, I think, over the weekend. But Parler is a good platform, and it's crashing for a lot of people. But give that a few days, they will increase the number of servers that they have. And all you have to do is you just go directly to their homepage, parler.com, and you can download the app from there. Telegram is very good. Signal is very good. I have a friend just trying to call. That was my dear friend Pat Clouden from America, great freedom fighter. But Pat, if you're watching, I'll call you back a little bit later. So a lot of you watching last night and seeing, I was actually watching, and the president put out a second tweet after he was banned under his own name. He put out a tweet under the POTUS, the President of the United States official Twitter, and as I was reading the tweet, it was removed. Now, this is a government Twitter account. This belongs to whoever is the President of the United States. And I don't know how far the pendulum in America will swing to the left. Will they start rounding up and arresting Trump supporters for a divergence of opinion? We're not far away from that, actually. Will there start to be justified attacks on Trump supporters? Let's see what happens. I don't think the pendulum has swung fully yet to the left. So I think we have to brace ourselves, and we have to realize that things in America could get a lot worse before they get better. And I think that's realistic. When you have basically the entire record of the president's communication to the American people erased overnight by basically on the decision of really one person. There was no chance to challenge it. There was no court case. There was no ruling. This was just the decision of one person who felt that they had the permission and the will behind them. And of course, now the left has won both houses. They feel they've won the presidency. They're quite ballsy. They're quite courageous. And we're going to see some things that we have not seen before in American history. So the pendulum is swinging, in the direction of what I consider to be evil, what I consider to be bad. But then I'm somebody that considers free speech to be very, very important. And I've always said that at Camelot Castle, this will be the last bastion of free speech on earth. Listen, there have been some theories bandied about, and some people have called these theories conspiracy theories. But let me ask you this. how many of the theories that have been described as conspiracy theories in the last 12 months have proven to be true? It is unbelievable, really, to see the way in which this is all playing out and what is happening. Now, Stephanie Cheney says, no, the pendulum is really swinging to liberty. The masses are awake and voted. Stephanie, that is right. That is right. The fundamental and the good news about what has happened today is that many people have woken up. Who here this morning, let me ask you this, on this broadcast here, who here has woken up to the fact that our freedom has been under assault to a far greater level? Who feels that as a result of last night, their eyes have been reopened? So that's what I'd be interested to know. King Dragon Boy God says he's been awake a long time. Well, I'm sure you have. Please let me clarify what I meant by that comment, that the pendulum is swinging. There are forces of evil at play. Last night, the censorship of the President of the United States is a dramatization, is an action, a drama that is being played out and is being caused by an evil force. There could be other evil forces in the mix. But that is not to say that there is not a rising tide. It just, there is a lag between the good people waking up. I personally have done whatever I can to wake up as many of my friends and people as I possibly can. And, we will continue to communicate here from Camelot Castle and continue to place all possible intelligence and information on our platform, Telegram platform. That's where we're going to be placing the more sensitive information. Camelot TV Network on Telegram. Please subscribe to it. And so please do understand that we are in a fight. I was introduced the other day, or a journalist called up here the other day, and she came to interview me and ended up writing a ridiculous, really pathetic, unintelligent piece. But I wonder the degree to which she, today, does she think that censorship of the President of the United States is a good thing? Somebody may ridicule the fact that we are attempting to, in our own very humble way, inform people accurately as to what is going on. And I'm sure sometimes we get it wrong, and I'd be the first to admit that sometimes we do get it wrong. But I'm always saying to people, and if you've been listening to me for a number of years, how many times have I said this is a buyer beware network? Check everything that I say. This is not something that we are vouching for. This is something that we are presenting to you. It's up to you to check it out for yourself. But the fact of the matter is that one thing that I am sure that any sane journalist, or any journalist worth their salt, can agree with, is that censorship of the President of the free world is got to be a fundamentally disastrous decision. So important. And what I can tell you is between now and January the 20th, we are going to see things and we are going to observe things. And what we need to do is, where we can communicate truth, every time you forward a piece of truth, whether it's from my Twitter account, from Irina's Facebook account, Rena's Facebook account is still up and running, and we're still broadcasting there. But what I would say is, it is so important that you keep communicating and you keep sharing data, sharing information amongst yourselves. Connect up with each other. Don't just connect to Camelot Castle. Look for other freedom fighters and make sure we are one big network. And a lot of the big accounts have been taken down. But you know what big tech cannot handle? Is millions and millions of small accounts. So the accounts out there where they only have 100 followers, this is now your time. You know, the fact that we have hundreds of thousands of followers or millions of followers all over the world across our various social media platforms, that's great. But we are an easy target. And so Facebook can take me down overnight, which they did last night. And, you know, this is key. This is absolutely key. You need to understand that it's the small accounts, which is why I've been saying to each and every one of you, start your own channel. Start your own Telegram groups. Create groups. Lots and lots and lots of little groups. And those little groups, you know, it's like a drop of water creates a lake, and the lakes create a sea. You know? So thank you very much. That is my Parler at John Mapp, and I think it's capital J, capital M actually. There we go. I don't know why Irina is not live on Facebook. It should be live on Facebook, but we will see. I'll fix it next time we go live. Chris Hewitt says, spread truth, which is love divine, which is our divine source, which we are all from. So just be yourself. Absolutely right. Linda Skinner says, I've been awake for quite some time, but as of today, my eyes are opened even more. There are 80 million Americans have woken up to politics. They will pay. Lynn Elizabeth says, we've been shown the truth by their action. The storming of the Capitol, I expect that means they were all foreign actors. Well, I don't know if they were all foreign actors, but I do know that there were definitely some Antifa troublemakers. You know. Regine, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We do need to keep communicating the truth, and we do need to, you know, I have always told every single follower, every single person, do not break the law. When you break the law, you can be attacked and harmed by the deep state. The laws are used to trap you. Okay? And also a lot of laws are very good common sense and are there for a good reason. So don't be breaking any laws. But do what is the right thing to do within the law. Within the law. And certainly, if you don't agree with the law, communicate about it and get that law changed through democratic means. That is the solution. And it's going to take a great deal of intelligence. It's going to take a great deal of work. Find out, each and every one of you, is there a local political position that you can run for? Can you run for the council? Can you run for your local government? Can you run for mayor? Because what we've seen in America is that it was those local operatives that basically destroyed the election, because it became impossible. These were the people that it appears have helped with the situation there that is non-optimum. So if you have the opportunity to run for politics, if you have the opportunity to make your voice heard, then I think that's so important. So please sign up for our account at Telegram. Our account name is, I'll give it to you again, it is Camelot TV Network on Telegram and Camelot TV Network chat. Please sign up for that. Elena's just signed up with Parler. That's very good. Somebody else went on Parler. Good. I'm not going to get into any detail here about what I feel happened in the US election. What I am going to do is I'm going to direct you to our Telegram account and ask you to follow us there, and you will find all sorts of information on there. And I think you'll appreciate that very, very much. I want to thank each and every one of you for everything that you have done out there. We will always remember today as the day that free speech, basically it's attempted murder on the idea of free speech in America. And I want to ask all the Americans that are watching, are you honestly going to accept this? Are you truly going to accept that a private company has the right to censor your president? Is that really the America that you want to live in? And do the right thing. Do the right thing legally. You know, violence is not the answer, but you do need to act legally in order to ensure that this situation is rectified as soon as possible. If somebody could put up the link for Telegram, that would be fantastic. There'd be a lot more. So this is a guy from America. He's saying no, he's not going to accept it. The day the music died, today freedom died. Well, I don't think it's died. I think as one lady said on here, a lot of people have woken up. A lot of people have woken up and they've smelt the coffee, and that's what it is. But anyway, nice to see you all, and we will see you soon. You can see my Christmas tree is gone, and we're into the new year now, so we'll be celebrating the Russian New Year very soon. And there we go. Lovely to have you all here, and we will speak to you soon, as we're going to be releasing a lot of information on Telegram, so please do subscribe to that. Thank you so much.